a sound was heard, not a soul in sight. Allowing for a slight exaggeration, that was London and most other big cities during holiday weekend. So if you want peace and quiet, just stay where you work. You'll have it all to yourself. Meet conscientious Cuthbert, the man who never watches the clock. Even he stopped work at last and fairly jumped for joy, full of holiday spirit. Not, repeat, not, spirits. He's turned his back on high finance, bears and bulls, half-commission men, the whole nonsense. August bank holiday weekend does something to you. You simply must get away. Coach or plane, car or train, beat it you must. You have a shrewd suspicion there won't be a heat wave, but faith triumphs over experience. The urge will not be denied. You simply must go away. A few hours hard driving and you're in the West Country. A pity that half the motoring population has the same idea. Those who travel by night discover a terrific appetite at breakfast in the lay-by. Everything tastes wonderful, except perhaps radiator water. How nice when they're old enough to be house-trained. Came the Depression. Our old friend from across the Atlantic keeping his August appointment. And brother, how he did keep it. The national sense of humor was tried to the limit. This is what we all had to put up with for some part of the holiday. This is what we ought to have had. And let's be fair, it was fine in most places, for a few hours. We're a wonderful people, as I'm sure you'll agree. So as soon as that depression was comfortably in the background, our spirits rose. If Southend was anything to go by, nobody can accuse the English of taking their pleasures sadly. There's an atmosphere at Cowes no other regatta can boast. The Royal Yacht Britannia lay at anchor, and the fortunate owners of hundreds of vessels were there for the world-famous week, which has nowadays become extended to 9 days. What a picturesque sight was the bark Flying Clipper. In fact, it was all beautiful. Additional interest was lent by the presence of Sovereign, the yacht that is intended to be our next challenger for the America's Cup. Soon, many of the vessels set their spinnakers and genoas. Our cameras take you aboard one of them, and you can imagine yourself sailing at Cowes. As these pictures were taken, Prince Philip had not arrived. But our next report from Cowes will show him racing and will be filmed in Technicolor. Portsmouth and 3 Navy days over the holiday weekend. What a marvelous monument to sea power, Nelson's victory. It's 158 years since he defeated the French and Spanish fleets at Trafalgar, ensuring that whatever land battles Napoleon might win, he could do nothing against the enemy that really mattered, Britain. HMS Victory cost £57,800. Fellow taxpayers, those were the days. A far cry from Victory to Hampshire, the Navy's latest county-class guided missile destroyer. She was launched 2 years ago by Princess Margaret and is fully equipped for any imaginable battle at sea. Navy days give the visitors, budding Nelsons included, a feeling that the senior service is on its toes. Inland again, and let's go to the White City for the athletics match Britain versus America. Set for the start now of the 4x110 yards men's relay. Peter Radford gave a great start to England, faster all the way than his US rival. From Peter Radford, the baton is taken by Ron Jones, and for America, by John Moon. Now into the fourth leg. From David Jones, Berwyn Jones takes the baton. He must hold off the challenge of world record holder Bob Hayes if Britain is to win. Berwyn stays in front. A great win for Britain. Left to right, Berwyn Jones, Peter Radford, David Jones, and Ron Jones. The women's 100 yards. Straight away, Dorothy Hyman goes into the lead. Dorothy Hyman wins in 10.7 seconds. What a superb athlete this girl is. A British victory was expected in the 3-mile event. Bruce Tulloh, running barefooted, and Dee Taylor took the lead early, and between them dominated the tactics of the race. In the field events, world record holder John Pennell helped the Americans to sweep the board, though failing here at 16 feet 10 3/4. Pennell eventually set the world record at 16 feet 10 1/4. Good for John Pennell. Back to the 3-mile. Coming into the final straight, Bruce Tulloh had the race to himself, winning in 13 minutes, 22.4 seconds. All the same, America won the men's match. It was great sport. Bruce Tulloh, one of the heroes.